It's Christmas break, and I'm here with my ridiculously ambitious TBR list for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm not going to get to all of these, but I'm going to try. First of all, in the ever-growing dystopian genre, we have The Declaration, which I started quite a while ago and was actually kind of enjoying, but then I got sidetracked, so I need to get back to it and finish it. And in that same category is Divergent, and I know, you're all saying, what were you waiting for? This is my personally signed copy sent to me by my friend Lee in Chicago. Look at that. Very cool. I need to finish reading this one too. Delirium I haven't even started, but I keep hearing good things, and Legend just came out, and I'm about a third of the way through it and loving it. In the category of I'm kind of embarrassed to admit I haven't read it yet, we have The Monstrumologist, which was a Prince Honor book from a couple years ago, and 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson. I know, I'm sorry, I haven't read it yet. And City of Bones. Seriously, I haven't read it yet. I need to get caught up. And then Sapphique. I read Incarceron over the summer and absolutely loved it, and then for some reason didn't go on to Sapphique. Again, I just got busy and kind of forgot, so sorry. And then there's Dead Beautiful, which I started probably over a year ago and was loving. I need to finish this one too. Are you seeing a trend here? I always have fun at the end of the year checking out bloggers and what they thought were the best books of the year, and the mock Prince sites, and of course there are always some titles that just keep showing up, so here are several of those I want to get to. Anya's Ghost, a graphic novel that keeps getting a lot of attention, looks good, and Paper Covers Rock. It's being compared to A Separate Piece, which I remember liking, but I don't think I've read since all the way back in high school. I'm really looking forward to this one. And of course there's The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater, who wrote the Shiver trilogy. This one looks terrific. People keep talking about it. And this one, Between Shades of Grey. I'm feeling a little silly because I got this book, this arc, over a year ago at the Young Adult Lit Symposium in Albuquerque. And I met the author, and now everybody's raving about it, and I've had it sitting around for a year. I need to read this right away. Speaking of that, I also got this copy of Shine at the YA Lit Symposium a year ago, and it's autographed, and I've had it for a year, and I still haven't read it. And now with all the flap between Shine and Chime with the National Book Award, I'm really eager to read both of them. I know, what have I been waiting for? I'm kind of a Shakespeare nerd, so these are some books that are either set in Shakespeare's time, like The True Prince and King of Shadows, or have sort of a fantasy connection to Shakespeare, like Eyes Like Stars. People keep telling me how good this is. Or there's this book called William S. and the Great Escape, and I don't know anything about it, but you don't name a character William S. without having some sort of Shakespeare connection, I'm sure. I'm partway through Boy 21 by Matthew Quick. This is an arc. This book actually doesn't come out till March 2012. I'm really enjoying it so far. I think I'm probably going to do a Bookhouse review of this when I get done with it. And because this is an arc, I might give it away to one of you so you can read it before it officially comes out in March as well. Also, this is an arc by a local author, Love and Leftovers, and I've been hearing a ton of good stuff about this, so I'm eager to whip through this. It comes out next month in January. And Barry Liga sent me this book of his, Goth Girl Rising, and it's signed, and he sent it to me specifically to give away to one of you. So I thought I had better brush up first on The Astonishing Adventures of Fanboy and Goth Girl, which I really enjoyed, but I read it several years ago, so I'm going to catch up on that, and then read this, and then give it away to one of you viewers. Then Again, Maybe I Won't by Judy Blume from way back in the day, with a guy protagonist. Never read this one. First Day on Earth by Cecil Castellucci. I've liked his work before. This sounds like a really intriguing premise. Is this person an alien or not? Can't wait to read that one. I met James Howe about a year ago and was talking to him about The Misfits and Totally Joe. I loved both of those books, and he told me he was working on a new one about those same group of friends, Addie on the Inside, so I'm really eager to read this. And Inside Out and Back Again, I've just barely started it. I'm enjoying it so far. National Book Award winner this year. And then some books that aren't strictly speaking for kids or young adults, but I know a lot of teenagers are reading them and really enjoying them. There's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and I got this book right when it came out last summer, but then I haven't gotten around to reading it. There's Haunt Me Still by Jennifer Lee Carroll. This is the sequel to Interred with Their Bones, this book right here. These are sort of like Da Vinci Code, but with Shakespeare stuff rather than art and Catholic Church stuff. and they're way better written. And I've read the first one, but I haven't read the sequel yet, so I'm really excited for that. All Men of Genius, which I've just started and I'm loving. It's a steampunk mashup of Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare and The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. I'm not lying, it's brilliant. And then this book, I'm almost done with it actually, The Selected Works of T.S. Spivet. Brilliant, really creative, interesting, has all these cool pictures and diagrams all through it in the margins, really fun. And finally, there's this book, Transforming Classroom Grading, that I'm supposed to be reading for work over Christmas break. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I want to know what you've been reading, or what you plan to read over the next couple weeks. Have you read any of these books that I just talked about? Which do you suggest I start with? Which should I read first? Do you have some other suggestions for me that belong on my list? I really want to hear from you. Tell me about it in the comments below. And if you want to subscribe to my videos, you can watch all of my reviews and come on back in a couple weeks and I'll tell you which of these books I actually got around to reading and which are still going to be on my TBR pile in 2012. Keep reading, Bookhousers.